Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to do just a very quick update on Veronica, and there's a new system that is going to come close to Rodriguez and quite close to Mauritius. So I'm going to talk about that later on in the video. But like the main purpose is going to be for Veronica. So Veronica is still maintaining a lot of convection, as I'm going to show you in a minute on like real Earth. That's a pretty good site for like seeing the latest imagery of storms and that, and you can see like how strong the convection is and how cold the cloud tops are and that. So as you can see, Veronica could still like stay the rough intensity, or like it could still intensify, but the difference is between this run and other runs now, it's starting to stall it right on the coastline, and this could be disastrous, because like if it stalls on the coastline, one, it's going to cause a lot of rain, so like we could see 600 or more millimeters of rain, and that's catastrophic rainfall. And also, if you're on the eastern side of this cyclone, like for over 2 days, you're going to be getting that onshore wind that is just going to bring loads of surge in, and if it stalls, it and the surge will last longer and longer than like what you would typically see if it just moves straight through. So if you're on the western coast, I really can't see a good outcome out of this, because it's a really slow system. It's going to be a very impactful system. It's going to be very strong. So if you're in that area, I just hope you have evacuated, or you're in your safe spots, and you just can ride it out, because it just looks like it could be absolutely devastating. So it stalls on the coastline for potentially a day or two, and then it looks like it's going to move just more to the west. And here's obviously Trevor. It's still a little system, but it's obviously nowhere near as strong as it was. Then it just like fizzles out into basically nothing. Then as we carry on, nothing else really shows up. If we look at the ACM, it is a bit weaker with Veronica, but it's doing a similar thing. It's stalling it, and then it's moving out towards the sea again. It's heading more towards the west. And here's Trevor. It's still pretty strong by Tuesday and Wednesday, but as it goes on, it just starts to fizzle out as well, and then it looks just pretty calm. These are the sea surface temperature anomalies for where Veronica is, and the sea surface temperatures are still not a problem. The temperatures are still between 30 to 29 degrees, and up to the coastline it looks like it could be like ion 30. So there's nothing like stopping Veronica from intensifying further. But if it stalls like what it's shown is, that's going to make it weaken faster, because if the system stalls, there's going to be something called upwelling. So obviously it's going to like suck up the moisture from the sea, the heat content, and then over time it's going to start to lose its heat, and then over time, where the storm's sitting, it's like the sea surface temperatures is going to get cooler and cooler, because it's taking up all that moisture and heat, and then over time it'll get to the point where it's not like warm enough to sustain a cyclone, and then that's just going to like weaken it over time. So and that's why like some of the models are weakening it right before landfall, because it's stalling. If we look at the real Earth, and this is like really good, as I said, for looking at like satellite imagery and like infrared imagery for cyclones, and this is the Himawari HHI full disk infrared enhanced, and like this is a good indication of how strong the cyclone is. So as I can see through here, the eye is not really that circular, and it's not that well defined, and it's quite shallow, and like it looks like there's some cloudy bits in the eye. But what's important to point out here, the convection around the eye is very circular, and it's very intense. It's between -70 to -80 plus cloud tops. If it's on -80, then that shows it's very tall, and that's normally indicative of a stronger cyclone. But because the eye is so shallow and it's quite ragged, it just shows that it is not that strong. It just can't get its act together. And if I show you the actual, if it works with this, no it won't, but anyways, it's quite a ragged eye. So at the moment, I see why it's not intensifying, because yes, you might like see the cloud tops and go, oh, it's got really cold cloud tops, it has to be intensifying. But you have to also look at the eye temperature. You have to look at the shape of the eye. You have to look if it's like symmetrical. You have to see if it's deep or shallow. And then you have to take into consideration of the cloud tops. But as I said, it's still a very significant cyclone. It could still intensify still, up towards the coastline, and then like when it starts to could get weaker, but when it's approaching the coastline, they'll be getting the brunt of the winds anyway, and then over time, like when it's on the coastline, it's just going to weaken and weaken and weaken, and then it looks like it's going to head west, and then it's just going to head out. Also, just before I end this video, it looks like we're going to have to keep an eye on this system as well. That could hit Rodriguez, and it's not really going to hit Mauritius, but they could see some swells and maybe some higher tides than normal. And like even Lee Reunion could see some higher tides than normal and some swells. But the main island that's going to have to watch out is Rodriguez, because this system looks like it's going to intensify, and then it's going to head towards Rodriguez is a very powerful cyclone, 934 millibars. So if this one wants to come off, we could say probably category 4, category 3 winds. And if we look at HWRF, let's see what this is showing. It's making them basically. Well, it's not really making a landfall on Rodriguez, but it is bringing some hurricane force winds. Definitely category 1 winds, but it's not really making a direct landfall. And you have to remember, a landfall is when the eye goes right over in a landmass. So if the eye doesn't go over a landmass, that's not a landfall. If it just grazes, it's like it does impact, but it's not classified as an actual landfall. And very quickly before I go, I'm going to show you the ensemble mean for for the system. As you can see here, most of these ensembles are making it a pretty strong system, and they're all taking it very close to Rodriguez or more, maybe a landfall. So if you're on Rodriguez, you're going to have to be really, really careful with this system, because it looks like it could be like really impactful, and it's got like nothing else in like the way of like stopping it from intensifying. It's got low wind, well, not really low wind shear, but it's got like low enough wind shear for it to develop, and it's got obviously warm enough like sea surface temperature anomaly, so there's nothing stopping it there either. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another upload. Sorry for the no upload yesterday. I didn't really have the time to do an upload, but I'm gonna go back to dailies now, and it's looking really interesting for this system as well. So I'm gonna do updates on that system, and then in the future I might do big videos on like how hurricanes form, and like what's the difference between a cyclone, a typhoon, and a hurricane, because there's not there's no actual difference. It's just a different name tag really. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow for another update.